poor student my mom sponsored stole my identity at school. He turned the school bully against me and got me killed. But I was reborn. Everything from my past life was happening all over again. I'm officially announcing this now. Rongfan is my one and only son. Rongyi is just our driver's son. He was so obsessed with status that he impersonated Rongfan at school. Is that so? How come I never knew you had another son, Guan Shihan? And when did my son become the driver's kid? Guan Shihan! As soon as she finished speaking, a deep voice came from the doorway. The second she heard it, Guan Shihan's smug expression froze. Her face turned pale. Honey, you're supposed to be overseas. Why are you here? My dad and grandma stood outside the classroom with grim expressions. No one knew how much of Guan Shihan's speech they'd heard. My dad was dressed in a sharp suit, radiating authority. The moment he entered, the whole classroom seemed to tense up. In my past life, Dad never made it to the parent-teacher meeting. His plane crashed while he was rushing back from overseas. Just as expected, Guan Shihan and Rongfan humiliated me at the meeting. Not long after, the school bully beat me to death. After being reborn, the first thing I did was call Dad and make him change flights. When Dad entered the classroom, several parents who worked for him were there. A second ago, they'd been joining Guan Shihan in tearing me apart. The next second, they all lowered their heads, their arrogance completely gone. But Mr. Chairman, we were wrong! We didn't know. Enough, I don't want to hear it. You're all fired. Go to payroll, collect your final checks, and leave. May I ask who you are? Even the homeroom teacher stammered under my dad's intimidating presence. I'm Rongyi's father. My flight was delayed, so I'm late. Please excuse me. Dad spoke calmly, yet his voice carried an undeniable pressure. Some of the confused parents still couldn't help whispering. What exactly is going on? Didn't they say Rongyi's father was the Rong family's driver? He sure doesn't look like one. He looks like a CEO. Didn't you hear what Mrs. Guan said? Rongyi is obsessed with status. He keeps pretending to be young Master Rongfan, wishing he came from a wealthy family. Like father, like son, I guess. He's probably just a driver dressing up to look important. That's not true! I've seen him in the newspaper. He's the famous chairman of the Rong group. So Rongyi is the real heir to the Rong family. Every parent and student stared back and forth between them. Everyone wanted to know what had really happened. Guan Shihan, I warned you. Don't try playing these little games with me. For some poor kid living off our charity, you actually claimed he was your son in front of everyone. Fine, very impressive. We'll deal with this at home. First, let's attend Yi's parent-teacher meeting. After Dad and Grandma sat down, the atmosphere became unbearably tense. Guan Shihan was visibly trembling. And unlike my past life, I was no longer alone. Dad and Grandma crossed their arms, frowning slightly at the teacher on stage. They looked like they were evaluating her performance. The once confident teacher broke into a sweat and nearly cried on stage. Then she began announcing the monthly exam rankings. Since I ranked first in the grade, she naturally praised me. Congratulations, Rongyi. You ranked first in the entire grade on this month's exam. Now, let's invite Rongyi's father to speak as the parent of our top student. After a brief silence, Dad gave me a rare, gentle look. I haven't been a good father, but I'm incredibly proud because my son is outstanding. Today I want to apologize to him. While I was away, he suffered through so much. When he needed me most, I wasn't there by his side. Meeting Dad's apologetic gaze, my eyes turned red. In my past life, I was constantly hurt by the motherly love I could never have. I always blamed Dad for not coming home when I needed him most. But all my resentment vanished when he boarded that doomed flight just for me. Dad, I don't blame you. Many of the parents were moved by the scene. After Dad finished, the teacher continued announcing the other students' rankings. When she finally reached Rongfan, she looked at Guan Shihan with contempt. After years as a teacher, she knew right from wrong. She could clearly see that Guan Shihan had been targeting me from the start. That alone was enough to disgust her. You're Rongfan's mother, correct? Rongfan once again ranked dead last in the class. So this is the brilliant student you've been sponsoring? What a remarkable talent. Coming in last every single time isn't something just anyone can do. The smugger Guan Shihan had been before, the more humiliated she looked now. Beside her, Rongfan nearly buried his head in the floor. In my past life, Guan Shihan used her status as Mrs. Rong to argue back when the teacher criticized him. But with Dad and Grandma present, she barely dared to breathe. After the meeting, the two of them scurried out of the classroom like humiliated rats. Back home, Guan Shihan would have to explain where this nearly grown son came from. The huge living room of the villa was deathly silent. Dad and Grandma both looked furious. Rongfan cowered behind Guan Shihan, trembling like a frightened bird. Honey, I know you and Mom are angry, but please let me explain. I didn't mean to skip Yi's parent-teacher meeting. Yi is the heir to the Rong family. So many people care about him. Would he really have trouble finding someone to attend with him? But Fan is all alone here. He doesn't know anyone or have a reliable adult to help him. Since I'm sponsoring him, I should take responsibility for him. Don't you agree? That's why I lied and said he was my son at the meeting. So you slandered Yi in front of everyone, calling him the driver's son and a status-obsessed liar? Do you think Jian Wei and I didn't hear you? Or do you think we're both idiots? If Jian Wei and I hadn't arrived in time, who knows how badly you and that freeloader would have humiliated Yi. No, that's not what happened! Please, let me explain! What else is there to explain? Tell us what this DNA test report means. Guan Shihan, you're not even my biological mother.